Hi, how are you, Lauren?
Good, how are you? Thanks for waking up and joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate the coffee, too.
So you've coined a phrase called EID disease, which is entrepreneurial idiot disease. Can you tell us a little bit about EID?
You know, I've been working with entrepreneurs, salespeople, small business owners for the last 20 years. I've got about 25,000 clients, and I've noticed over time that a lot of my clients were suffering from lack of focus, overthinking things, paralysis analysis, suffering from fear management. And so I just came up with a disease that I kind of, pioneered because I'm the head idiot of all, and I call it entrepreneurial idiot disease.
Well, 40% of all small businesses fail. Those are the statistics, right? So what would you say
well, more than that.
More than that, great. What would you say to small businesses and entrepreneurs out there so they could not become one of those statistics?
Well, the first thing that I tell all of my clients, whether I'm at a seminar or on the phone with them, is you are the problem. Get out of the way.
Yeah.
Relying upon yourself is not going to get you to the next level.
Right.
So the very first thing that I would tell anybody that's a small business owner, entrepreneur, salesperson is, stop overthinking things, stop overanalyzing things, and kind of jump in. In this kind of economy, you have really two choices: be a jumper or be a thinker. And there's a lot of thinkers out there that are part of the failure rate, and the jumpers out there are part of the success rate.
You know, I watch that show, Tabitha's Takeover, where she moves into a salon and she figures out what's wrong. And I get so aggravated sometimes because you have these small businesses, these hair salons, and, simple things like cleaning your brushes or fixing your reception area could make such a difference. Why is it, do you think, that small business owners don't think of the simple things or overlook really no-brainers? Why do they overlook that?
Well, I think from a small business standpoint, again, back to entrepreneurial idiot disease, most small business owners are control freaks, so they really feel like they can do everything. But just like with any small business, your number one priority is to get more business. So they spend all their time getting more business, and I have a lot of salon owners as clients, and they spend all their days servicing clients and trying to get more business. They forget about cleaning the brushes or cleaning their stations or making a more presentable, front desk sort of thing. So again, it's relying upon themselves. They rely upon themselves, which eventually means failure and not getting to the next level.
Right.
If you want to get to the next level, you have to get out of the way. Relying upon yourself is just not going to get you there.
How do you get people to know about your new business? What's the best outreach system that you could recommend?
For my book or me, or what are we talking about?
No, in general, for a small business out there, how do they best promote themselves?
Well, I preach a couple of different things to all my small business owners. The math equation for a small business owner in today's type of environment is that they need to have 4 marketing systems running all the time.
What are they? Number 1.
Well, there's probably 50 different marketing systems. You got to find 4 that really match up with your personality, whether it's online, offline, direct mail, referrals, networking. You got to find 4. And once you find that 4, you have to run those 4 systems about 90 minutes a day. I don't have any of my clients right now. I guess if there's 30 seconds worth of advice I would give somebody is find your 4 marketing systems and run them 90 minutes a day to create new business.
Right.
Most small business owners are running basically a referral-oriented business, and they never get to the next level because they just don't have enough new blood coming into their shop, buy their product, buy whatever they're selling.
Let's pull up your book right now, 6 Steps to Making a 7-Figure Net Income in Any Economy. What are those? What can you tell us about those 6 steps? Why should we read
first step.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the first step with any person in this category is you have to identify your biggest fear. Your biggest fear may be the fear of success, maybe the fear of failure, maybe the fear of going broke.
And that's what's holding your business back? Your fears?
Yeah, that's what's holding most people back.
So just jump in.
Whatever it is,
right.
Identify your fear.
Okay.
Second step is, you have to get out of the way. So get some help. And the great thing about today's kind of environment, today's kind of economy, you can find great help because there's a lot of people out there that need work, that need to find jobs, that you don't need to have a full-time employee to get you off the ground. I have lots of clients right now that have, don't be a control freak.
All right. Number 3?
Number 3 would be Again, be a jumper, not a thinker.
Right.
If you're like my very best clients, and if I took my top percent, 10% of my best clients, all 10% of those are jumpers. They jump into the deep end. They figure out how to swim once they're in. Number 4 would be the 4 marketing systems. You have to identify 4 marketing systems that really can drive your business. And matching up those marketing systems with who you really are. I have people that try to go online with their business that aren't techie people. I have people that try to do direct mail that have no idea what they're doing in direct mail. They're absolutely heading east looking for a sunset.
Yeah.
So you got to find 4 marketing systems.
Right. Don't just
Number
throw
5,
it all up against the wall and hope it sticks. Really try to understand what it is you're doing. Be targeted. Gotcha.
Right. It's a good way to go broke. And back to that failure rate. And in fact, I had a client the other day that was basically telling me their sob story about how they're making all this money, but they have no net income. And part of the reason they have no net income is they're spending too much money on marketing.
Right.
Number 5 would be I have a 7% marketing budget rule for all of my clients. So your marketing budget, once you figure out your 4 marketing systems, should be 7%. Stick with that number and you'll actually have a net income.
That's a great point, Todd Bates. Thank you so much. That sometimes it's easier for some companies to up their sales, and their top line is growing, but they're getting pinched on the bottom line because they're not being efficient with their money. And I think that's what all of major corporate America, the big corporations, have learned during the recession and coming out of it, how to do more with less and really eke out all the profits that they can. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Really appreciate it.